Hi, this is Guthrie. I'm at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington. 133 Zetas. And by the way, the manager will go behind the room I rent. Oh, it's an apartment, obviously. Behind 329, and there is a janitor's room. It stretches around right above the garbage. This wall is too shallow, obviously. The bathroom, and then the bathroom. You go behind the wall, and there's some janitors as well, including, which is significant, the sink. So that's the sink, that's the shower. And my water's been poisoned, and this was by the managers and also Dr. Guthrie. He's a psychiatrist that's attached, not significantly. In all my life, my burns were always, because I have sort of light skin. My hands were photosensitive too, and my hands, that's very my hands. But usually a burn would be pink and it would fade. This turned bleached white. I didn't have eczema. It's a itis. It's nothing like that. Now, there is a planned break-in by some of the Bloods, and they're absolutely here if they're caught. So the plan involves about 7 to 10 people in the janitor's room. And there's a couple people who work here who would cover up the mess. She's large. She's got a hair ponytail. And there's a sort of a small built, maybe 5'6", 5'7", one with a sort of a crew cut, sort of brownish. And desk tonight, anything should have sort of a high voice. Sort of a light, high voice. You will see spirits through. And by the way, entryways, it would be a closet or from underneath the closet. And the creeps are so crazy here, and I believe they're bragging. They've mined underneath the flooring. It's called mining. Excuse me, I've known about the crime, these kind of crimes, for 13 years. It's called mining when people sneak around under the floors, in the crawl spaces of someone's apartment or home, or even a business, and they dig. They'll dig in the walls. They'll dig even, under a foundation, unbeknownst to the victim. And this happened 13 years ago. People terrorized me. They said they were going to put me behind the walls. As crazy as it sounds, because one of the guys that lived there actually got caught. Eventually, I guess he had dug into the cement. Noise, but I believe doing managers were actually in on the other crimes of mining. I don't know why they didn't like him. Maybe that was a good way to cover up the other mining in the building. I don't know, because I believe the managers were in on crimes 13 years ago. But it's a gang crime. I heard a lot about it by Bloods and Zetas trying to terrorize me. So there's an ugly black guy here. He's short, and he's tried to force himself on me, and he's tried to blackmail me, but he's the only one. A lot of ugly white people so far as to tell me I would give them a kidney and just keep my mouth. Here's one of the planned entries, and I heard from underneath, so I started going from underneath to the closet, and I definitely think they're underneath to the inside of the janitor. My out where you could hear a couple people kind of making distressed noises because I was showing the closet. So it's very close to my apartment. It wraps around. says janitor. So there's a plot of people in there. They've actually had this kind of plot since I moved. And then there would be bums, even the relatives of the bums living. Some people don't live here still. A couple have died. Their relatives or their friends would pretend that they were militant fatigues. Be stupid enough to walk off with a bunch of retardos. But, you know, bloods are not brainy. They do this to the misery of normal people. America basically dogs, and that was fell to the gang members. And so illegal by professional and semi-professional people at the front desk, I don't even call them semi-professional, psychotic of them and drunks. There's one, he's from recovery cafe, and then presto, he's got keys. That makes me wonder about how innocent people died the last 30 years because hired drugged people's crime are out of drugs. What I'm doing right now, I'm washing the floor. And washing my hands, I have not only have had water that's been toxic, poisonous, and filthy because of the gang members and the managers, but I've also had an apartment, and I have to buy diesel. Like if I need a pan, actually better, and just sterilize something with heat. Wipe it even with an alcohol wipe, and then rinse. I don't know, alcohol is flammable, but so I rinse it well after the alcohol's evaporated, and then I'll put it on the stove and heat it up. Boiling pan, I can just sterilize it with heat, and use playing house by my all the time. And you can tell by things like kitchen stuff, like the knives, that there's something wrong with the water. Bought these actually not even 6 months ago, and they look rusty. That's, there's some, and you can see a huge buildup of scale. They have been in the water. Rusty. But pretty, cheap. Looked like not. They look. It's normal for knives to just. And one of the whores just told me in an authoritative way. And so I picks me up when a stinky, smelly behind a wall thinks she has authority. And why? Well, being a stinky whore. So I will be back on when I end this broadcast. I will be broadcasting and maybe even have the camera facing upward, so if somebody comes in, then here comes the CameraFi, and presto, they're on Google. Even if they think they're going to erase a record. They're quite angry. I went to my storage room, and they've been threatening me for my storage room. They've actually left my keys here. And also, excuse me, I was followed at that location and threatened. Bloods and other gang members, they will absolutely, to the point of forcing you to change your name. They will claim that your picture of you with different hair, or when you were prettier, by the gang members with glass being poured on you in your apartment, or before your hands were done, they will claim those pictures or videos are not. And some of those videos are taken. There's an app you can buy that will help you detect the illegal cameras. The app went off, leaving me to question the fire department. And the fire department maintains that like I'm, talking. One of the bums is saying things like, "On the horn, Lisa." And once again, let's stay with no authority. She's stinky, poor. They threatened me. I can smell her through the wall, by the way. She has a... And the horror threatening gangbang. We're going to be on the 11th because I will always police and the FBI. I'm going to have live action of you shit through. So they thought they would break red-haired guy. He's about 5 feet short. He thought he could terrorize underneath the floor, grab me with a needle, and someone would unlock the door. It probably many of the males who have threatened big alcohol. Guess what? Like the bleach environment, but it's stinky prostitutes and prostitutes touch the knobs on your toe or wherever. So big stuff in storage is also a better option. I went to the storage, and to my horror, I found, I was thinking, geez, I'm pretty lackadaisical with paperwork. It's not stupidity, it's just I hate paperwork. I made calls the other day. It took, I was late by 3 hours. It's time to, I just hate paperwork. I'm a person up like I'm guilty of something, even if it's just some stupid thing that they're telling me over and over. You don't do anything each month. Ultimately, I don't want to touch it. Pure stupidity in a case. I went to my storage. I had an old that was really fat. Not that I'm thin now. I started to gain weight. I was depressed. Now, love to do. They will say, "Oh, that ugly person, that was you. You were pretty. You weren't even in your apartment painting pictures, singing that song. That is our beautiful friend that we scratch person. You are going to take her identity, and they'll get it. They'll get dirty nurses. They'll get a fake up, and presto, to intimidate people and pretend that they're government and whoever, and start another conspiracy. At the same time, of you might be hidden for a few years, and then it materializes, under whatever form they're using, which at that time, now it would be possibly on an extreme and something else. Maybe you're dead and buried. Your kidneys were in the movie. Then, to suit the occasion, they've got a video of you. You're just fine. Then they have clever camera angles, back of the head. You're fine, and they've got of you, and it depends on whatever suit. Maybe they've got these idiots. I don't have any family. I don't have to move to another thing. Leave your apartment or what they even as a business out of your home that's illegal. They could murder people. They might have an industry, a sweatshop. You're gone X amount of hours a day, and X amount of week on a trip. Nobody comes in. You don't have a cat. Maybe bribe some shady person who is in charge of your security, or maybe does feed your cat. Maybe that person is absolutely beaten to submission, so they don't tell that there were gangs in your home. They literally have gotten to everyone. And before you hear, she is actually in the janitor's, nothing to do with the legality. Now I smell a garbage smell. So that, what that tells me? The black, the bulging eyes and the Nazi, I think he might be in the, or a similar smelling male. Yeah, he stinks like garbage. Stephanie's white. She smells like a personal problem. And so it's 5 foot like the rest of the people here. So he's a wall, and I could smell garbage. Just smell Stephanie. By the way, I cut up that old passport, and I found my, oh, that garbage, no. I guess I'll have to smell garbage. Let's see, thank you.